Are you wanting to own your own home right now, but thinking that it's not possible because of the crazy prices and the bidding wars going on? Well, if so, you've come to the right place, because this is our conversation starting now. Hello everyone, this is Ginger Faith from Golden Canyon Properties here in the beautiful Tri-Valley, San Francisco Bay Area. And right now, what we're seeing is an unprecedented boom toward buying homes and very, very low inventory for a number of reasons. It's important that you know that you can own your dream home right now, but the traditional ways of buying are no longer smart moves today. With changing times, we need changing strategies. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 of my 14 best strategies for getting the home of your dreams, even in a highly competitive bidding war market. You might want to pass this along to someone you care about so they can also own the home of their dreams in this really intense time. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what the magic question is. The one question that will make sure, along with the other strategies in this video, will help you get your home. It's helped dozens of people actually get the home of their dreams, even in a bidding war market. I'm really excited about this particular video, and it took me weeks to put together because I know that if you listen to the strategies in this video and you implement them, you too can be a successful homeowner and be a winner. Strategy number 1, be battle prepared. Get your pre-approval right away and start looking at homes well below your max price point. Never has it been more important to be fully pre-approved and fully prepared, mentally and financially. Today, buying a home is like competing with bidders at an auction. You need to know value and you need to be strategic and intelligent with your decision making, so you don't make any silly mistakes. Understand that because the market is being bid up right now, if you're thinking that you're going to make an offer at asking price or below, you need to save yourself from frustration and save yourself the time, and don't do that. You need to be smarter than that right now. A professional negotiator working on your behalf who understands the market is your key ally right now. You want to work with someone who will treat your money like her own, but also understand the underlying agendas and motives of the other parties in the transaction and work on your behalf to find out what those are so that it will put you in the best position for winning. Strategy 1B, pre-approval strategies. As far as your pre-approval, there are some details that savvy loan officers will tell you and help you with. Say, for example, you get approved for $1.2 million. The first thing you need to know is, what does this look like in terms of monthly payments, including taxes and insurance? Now look at those numbers. Be sure that you are comfortable with them. Have them written out clearly for you, including all closing costs. Then, depending on your particular market, you need to start looking at homes, for example, in the $1 million range, knowing that you will most likely need to overbid in order to get the home. How will you know how much you need to overbid? Well, that's a very good question. Knowing what your monthly payments are at $1 million, then 1.25, for example, gauge what you will be paying per month and make sure that you're comfortable and not have sticker shock. Understand that just because you are pre-approved for a certain amount does not mean that you will be comfortable paying those payments every month when you include all the taxes, insurance, etc. So here's a rule of thumb, but understand that it is not exact. If you're pre-approved for $1 million, back it down by $100,000. If you're pre-approved for $800,000, back it down by $75,000. $500,000, back it down by $50,000. Now, this is not, again, an exact science. Your negotiator, your professional realtor will know these numbers better than anyone. This is not an exact science, but a bit of an art. And really, your skilled negotiator, realtor who knows the market should be able to guide you to the appropriate numbers. For example, my friend Gary, his neighbor just sold their house recently. It was on the market for $2.8 million. It was bid up in less than 2 days to $3.2 million. So again, a savvy realtor would know that house was highly upgraded in a very desirable part of town. And so it bid up quickly. So know your market, know your numbers, or work with someone who does. Strategy number 2, employ successful mortgage tactics. Be sure to obtain a closing disclosure, or a CD, as well as a preliminary settlement statement to be sure there are no surprises when it comes to closing, and factor in this fudge factor of the bidding war as well beforehand. If you haven't done so already, this is the time to clean up any credit, pay off debt, and have your lender or mortgage broker do a rapid rescore to pop up your credit quickly. Using these strategic maneuvers, this could drive down your rate. Also, this is the time to have conversations with your family to see if you can utilize gift funds. Discuss with your mortgage professional closing in 22 days, for example. What contingencies can you remove right off the bat? Also, have them automatically underwrite both Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae to be sure that your pre-approval is crystal clean. People keep talking about being beat out by cash, but the reality is 85% of all real estate transacted and closed last quarter in the Bay Area were financed. So, like I used to say when I worked with tons of sellers almost exclusively, at the end of the month, it's all cash. So just remember, because you're having financing does not automatically mean that you're going to be beat out by cash. Rates are pretty volatile right now. So in addition, have your loan officer hedge in another 0.25% interest rate, just in case while you're looking for a home or while you're in escrow, the rates pop up. You know that you'll be able to handle that extra percentage or 0.25%, just in case. Again, we don't want you stuck at the end because of a rate volatility issue. Strategy number 3, the escalation clause. What's the escalation clause, you say? Well, it's a strategy. And what that means is you offer to buy the house above the highest bid for a certain amount, let's say $5,000. You can put a max on this, or you can choose not to, depending on your situation. The caveat is the offer will be subject to seeing the first page of the contract with the highest bid. So you can be safe that confirming that offer is actually accurate. This is a very bold but very smart move. And if you started low, you know you have a buffer. This strategy ensures that you're the highest bidder, even though you don't know what the highest bidder is. Very clever strategy. Strategy number 3, the escalation clause. Strategy number 4, the appraisal gap strategy. In the appraisal gap strategy, if your appraisal comes in below your offer price, you are committing to kick in cash the extra $10,000, $20,000, or whatever you agree upon in writing, whatever you choose, to actually seal the deal. Here's why this is such a great strategy. Some buyers will make high offers knowing that the appraisal will come in lower and then renegotiate right in the middle of the escrow. Savvy realtors who represent the sellers know this trick, and sometimes they won't take your offer if it's too high, according to what they think. They might go with something little middle of the road. However, if you put in an appraisal gap clause, they will accept your offer knowing that by doing so, you are serious and you will not be renegotiating in the middle of the contract, causing delays on the seller's part and frustration to them as well. Strategy number 5, get all cash even though you don't have all cash in the bank right now. Even though, as I mentioned, most deals are financed, if you feel for your particular market, it would make you the lead dog by having cash or an abundance of cash to put down. There are several ways of getting it. For example, did you make a killing in the stock market? Now might be a good time to reallocate that money into hard assets that will appreciate over time. Another idea, use gifts from relatives. Sometimes relatives, believe it or not, will loan you money because they want to invest in real estate as a passive investor to gain some equity without actually living in the property. You will become almost a tenant, but not really, because you will also own the property. You'll become joint tenants with this particular person. Do you have a rental with a bunch of equity? Do you have parents sitting on a home with a ton of equity? Talk to your mortgage planner and your CPA about the $15,000 gift tax exclusion and how that affects your ability to put cash down on this property. For example, if you have a husband and wife with each having 2 parents, you could get up to $60,000 cash and have that as a gift. Strategy number 6, a compliant love letter. Traditionally, people would write love letters to the seller telling them how much they love their home and how happy they will be there. And a lot of times people have piped up and said it is violating fair housing, the nature of the love letters. However, you can still use the same strategy, just do it in a way that is compliant. For example, make it about the home and not about you, protecting your identity and making you neutral according to fair housing. Here's an example of a great love letter, and I will read one that we wrote. Dear homeowner, thank you for taking the time to read this note. Great news. The Smiths have agreed to buy your home. Don't say make an offer. They've made an offer because you think offer, counteroffer. The Smiths have agreed to buy your home. They are truly excited about being excellent neighbors and community members. They are drawn to living on Main Street because it's so close to their family, and they look forward to having enough room to babysit for their family members who are already members of the community. They adore what you've done with the house and can only imagine the warmth of the fireplace and hearth that the 2 of you built yourselves. They see the house as move-in ready. They are eager to continue the traditions you started and deeply respect what you have already done to make this house a home. Warmly, your real estate consultant. This letter can put you in lead position and also not violate any fair housing laws. Strategy number 7, the rent back clause. Do the sellers need extra time to move? This might be just the opportunity that moves the needle for them. Strategy number 8, pay the seller's closing cost. Now, traditionally, because the sellers have so much equity that they were gaining from the sale of their house, oftentimes buyers would ask the sellers to pay their closing costs as the buyers, which worked. But in this market, again, we have to think differently. So, savvy buyers steer away from that today if they're serious about owning a home. Today, think about paying the seller's closing costs in addition to your own, provided it's in your budget. Again, pre-planning with a smart mortgage consultant will help you to decide if you can swing this strategy before you do it. Strategy number 9, have your skilled negotiator meet with the seller's representative. If at all possible, have your realtor, assuming they're a skilled negotiator, meet with the seller's representative in person. This, in conjunction with these other strategies, will put you in the best position to win the bidding war. In a time where offers are just piling in the inbox, a warm, professional, old-fashioned smile and a greeting might be just the trick that puts you to the lead position. Well, I promise you the magic question that will get you your home. Strategy number 10. Use this magic question that will help you seal the deal. Have your skilled negotiator, realtor, ask the seller's representative this question. What do your sellers need from us in order to buy this home from them? Then make sure they shut up and listen. Most realtors who are honestly trying to work for their clients really want this to sell, and they will tell you what it is the sellers need. When you know what the seller's needs are, you can see if you can fulfill them. Dozens and dozens of clients have gotten their homes because of this one question. Well, there you have it. The top 10 ways where savvy buyers are getting homes in this competitive market. Now you know the secrets that they're using and deploying. Are these all the strategies? No, there are several others, but they are situationally specific. So if you'd like a copy of my free report, Winning Strategies in Today's Hot Real Estate Market, the link will be below in the description. Just tap it and you'll get my free report. Until next week, this is Ginger Faith from Golden Canyon Properties in the Tri-Valley, San Francisco Bay Area, your real estate consultant for a better life.